Salam, guys. Salam. Salam song, first and three here. Let's get it. One person from a noble followed by one from the arson. That should certainly keep things interesting. It seems to have struck the perfect balance here. The monster one sounds irritating. What do they mean by report to Orcus Fort on this one? Orcus Fort sits on the opposite side of Orcus Canyon. It's a provincial army base originally built in the Middle Ages. The request must have been made from there. Sounds like trouble to me. We should probably save that one for last, just to be safe side. I'd advise that regardless of path through the canyon is long and treacherous. We should complete our test before we venture out that way. Let's run out of time. Yes, let's do that. I'm no jokes either. And let's get started. I'm sure that at least others are working on their own tasks as we speak, and we can't let them beat us, that's all. I'll give you my word now.
Right.
This is interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit, honey. Okay. Okay, I'll be quiet. About round 7.
This seems to be the city's noble quarter.
No wonder most of these houses look so overblown and excessive.
John Kyle keeps chasing me. He says he saw a monster. He's roaring at me. I gotta get away. We're here. I'm a monster raw. Phew. I certainly would appreciate being able to sit down and enjoy some tea right now. I happen to know how to brew some delicious tea too. I'll teach you how to make it too. Savory herbal tea. Okay, cool. You're such a busy day. I'm gonna go visit the here.
Alright, I'll give it a try. Let's never speak of this again. Ooh, this looks like a good spot. Caught one. This looks like a nice spot.
Are you on drugs?
This street seems kind of different from the others.
This is Artisan Street, where craftsmen and merchants ply their trades.
I love the look of this city. It's so beautiful.
Maybe so, but it's got nothing on Heimdall in terms of sheer scale.
Wait, this leads to...
Huh? What's wrong?
Never mind.
Good reasons. I think this is the store where we get our furnishings from. Right now, I'm here on personal business today. Understood. It's something. What are you doing? Yes, I'm doing a video. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Just put it in my room, okay? Yeah. I wish they'd have like signs and shit. Huh? The what? No, why? Yeah. The train barreled on, almost flying through the thick veil of fog. Droplets of water splattered against the window glass, extending out like transparent veins and continuing to wriggle back and forth under the pressure of the swiftly passing wind. Placing the temple of my head against the glass, I stared blankly down at the tickets in my hand and rubbed the two of them together between my fingers. I would be traveling by train to the border city far south of his imperial cousin, and then to reach the Borough Kingdom I would have to transfer to an airship. Both of my tickets were first class, but not the highest end seats available. The combustion car was nearly at full capacity, but for some peculiar reason, nobody had seated themselves in the space next to mine. As I mused about the empty seat, it occurred to me that Mick may have purchased a spot ahead of time, leaving it vacant on purpose. There was no doubt in my mind that he was being paid handsomely to make sure this job was done, and done well. Will you be traveling to the Borough Kingdom, sir? Right around the time my trip on the rails had passed its halfway mark, I was met with this sudden question and sat up with a start. My eyes searched for the one who asked it. There, standing in the aisle, was a single woman with a radiant complexion, beaming at me. She wore a coat with overlapping buckles secured slightly above her breast and appeared to be in her mid-30s. Gingerly bending her knees and pointing at her finger at the empty seat next to me, she asked, "Do you mind?" With a tilt of her head, she indicated the rear of the passenger car, where swirling smoke saturated the air, and softly muttered, "The smell of tobacco smoke is just dreadful." Wordlessly, I nodded and dragged my bag from its place on the floor, moving it over by the window to the opposite side of my feet. The woman expressed her thanks and delicately sat herself in a seat next to mine. For being a perfect stranger, she talked on endlessly, and I appropriately reciprocated the conversation by saying that I was on my way to the Borough Kingdom on business as an orbit specialist. The story was that she was on a mission of mercy for the church and had an errand to fulfill in the border city. Just so you know, people sometimes refer to me as Sister, she went on. Of course, it's just a nickname. She recalls her black leather boot-clad legs and let out a short, suppressed titter from the back of her throat as she made mention of this. Sister Cornelia was her nickname. We continue on in this fashion, subjecting ourselves to a variety of idle banter, and as the time drew on, the sun overhead began to dip in its arc, crossing the celestial meridian and descending into the west. Each time, the moving train cleared a grove of trees. The entire vehicle, passenger cars, and all was bathed in a warm apricot hue, flooding into the cabins, creating a majestic spectacle. I gazed at the coruscating effect, and in doing so, locked eyes with Sister Cornelia right at the moment the brilliance of the sinking western light seeped into her rich brown irises, causing them to get off an exquisite rubescent sparkle. The glimpse made me wonder if the origin of her nickname was somehow related to the color of her eyes being likened onto the luster of a polished carnelian stone. The train gradually began to decelerate, and Sister Cornelia returned to her original seat in order to collect her bags. As a matter of habit, I checked my bag and ornament and found both a junk paper-covered package and a magical device fastened into my trousers in her pocket by a series of chain stitches, exactly where and how I'd left it. A woman's voice came over the intercom system announcing that the train would be arriving on schedule and that rainy weather was to be expected at our destination. At the conclusion of the announcements, a number of disappointed sighs could be heard coming from the rows of seats. Raindrops pattered against the windows outside as the looming silhouette of the overcast city came into view. The station's signal lamp emitted an angular light which was scattered with a refractive effect by the falling droplets of water. Then came a spine-chilling metallic sound, followed by the jolt of the orbital engine's reversing thrust as the locomotive at the front of the station lurched to a halt. Over the loudspeaker came another announcement asking passengers to ensure that they did not leave their baggage behind, and with that, several people stood up and crowded into the aisle. Watching a station worker in uniform as he waved a small flag amidst the falling rain, I picked up my bag and rose to my feet. I crossed past Sister Cornelia as I attempted to step into the aisle, but when she tried to step aside and allow me room to pass, she suddenly tripped and fell toward grabbing my shoulder for support. She picked herself up and with an embarrassed smile let me by. I gave her a short bow in line with general etiquette practices, then headed for the exit ahead of her. Following my lead, Sister Cornelia shuffled along closely behind me, so close in fact that it felt as if she would step on my heels. Something about it just didn't feel right. Instinctively sliding my right hand into my pocket, I searched for my ornament, but the brass feeling I had grown accustomed to was nowhere to be felt. In an instant, I felt my arm being twisted behind my back by someone or something with incredible strength. The sleek sound of a blade being unsheathed and then a warning prick of the tip at my back indicated the seriousness of the situation. I have what you're looking for, Toby, whispered Sister Cornelia in an almost inaudible tone, her lips barely moving just behind my right ear. Let's not try anything either, shall we? I'd hate to see your afternoon spoiled any more than it's going to be. And to show that she meant business, Sister Cornelia slightly altered the angle of her grip on my wrist, causing explosive agony. I sent sparks flashing behind my eyes. Sister Cornelia spoke to me in a tender tone as she sent a wave of immense pain rushing through the whole of my right hand. I won't have any trouble with you now, will I, Toby? She asked. Far from eyes just brimming with tears, I nodded my head in consent as the salty streams of water ran down my face. Satisfied with my answer, she loosened her grip, and I felt the pain vanish as if all had been some sort of illusion. That's scary, Sister Cornelia. She's something else for sure. Didn't expect any of that. With a wry smile, she further added, "Don't get me wrong, Toby. I've been sent here to protect you by the goddess herself." This is what she said while instructing me to keep my eyes focused on what lay beyond the window glass. That there was something about the way she pronounced the last syllable of my name that really rubbed me the wrong way. Little by little, the line of passengers slowly began to flow out of the train car. Prodded by Sister Cornelia, I inched forward while keeping my gaze on the platform through the passenger car window. Down the stairs which led to the front ticket gate were the figures of those men from earlier this morning, the three thug-like passengers who had been loitering near the large horse head emblem of tile at the Imperial Station. A muffled laugh echoed from her throat as she, too, noticed them. Well, isn't this a warm reception party you've got going on? Cocking my head, I quietly plead, "Give me back my ornament." Sister Cornelia said nothing. Members of the crew bid us farewell as we stepped through the exit to disembark the train onto the lead-colored platform below. Angrily, I thought to myself, damn it, what's going on with these fools? Can't they see what's going on? I shut my eyes halfway to protect them from the drizzle whipping against my face, and I unhurriedly descended the wet set of stairs, a half pace at a time. Sister Cornelia moved alongside me at precisely the same length of stride. Below, the group of thugs waited expectantly at the bottom of the stairs, waiting for me, no doubt. Contemplating the rate at which I was going, I ultimately believed it was only a matter of time before I would be handed over to the enigmatic group. I caught sight of their soured faces as the distance between us grew smaller, and felt the heat of my left hand tightly gripping my bag grow in intensity until my palm began to sweat profusely. Hitting the midway point on the stairs, Sister Cornelia suddenly whispered in my ear, "Keep your eyes on the ground, Toby." I did as I was told and cast my gaze down upon the tips of my boots, stained to a darker shade by the rainwater. Then, right at the moment I let out my breath, I felt a deep sense of pressure just below my shoulder blades as I was forcefully shoved forward. Droplets flew from my saturated fingers, and my world turned upside down as I tumbled down the stairs and slammed back first into the group of hoodlums. With a muffled crunch, I felt the painful sensation of my ribs crumple under the weight of my body and then return to normal from their severely compressed state. Two of the seemingly military men who were hit as I toppled down the stairs like an avalanche unleashed on a pair of young saplings absorbed the transfer of force and were thrown into a large puddle collecting on the ground nearby. Shrieks erupted from startling passers nearby, more shrill than the high-pitched sound of the railway brakes from a decelerating locomotive. As my world spun wildly about me, I lay there, the chill of the tiles seeping into my back. With a concerted effort, I rolled my eyes to the left where my arm remained in an outstretched state. By some act of the gods, I had managed to keep my tight five-fingered grip on the bag I had been carrying. In an effort to get up, I slid into a prostrate position, keeping my shin in contact with the ground, making a low visual sweep at the vicinity as if my life depended on it. I noticed the military-like physiques of the men had vanished from view. The only figure I saw standing above me now on the platform was that of Sister Cornelia, and her shoulder, as if she were merely hefting a sack of grain, was one of the men. Turning in the direction where the train sat in its motionless state, she lobbed the unfortunate man down onto a set of empty rail tracks. By this time, I had risen to one knee while keeping the other planted firmly on the ground in a half-standing position. The world in front of me was still swaying, undulated in my wavering eyesight. My head slowly rocked back and forth with it as a double vision of Sister Cornelia boots approached me. Then, with a strong grip, she tugged on my hand. For some strange reason or another, when she did this, I failed to notice the unpleasant feeling that her hand wrapped tightly around mine brought. "Let's go, Toby," she stroked it in an authoritative voice. Nearly dragging me, she pulled me to my feet, and before long we were hightailing it out of there. Young Lotus made quite a commotion. They moved hastily out of the way in a determined attempt not to be caught up in the middle of our flight path. The bag in my left hand swung helplessly, knocking against my thigh. After clearing the ticket gate, Sister Cornelia finally let go of my hand, but a sickening, slippery sensation came with it. Looking over at her, I realized that the stomach-churning, slimy feeling on my hand had come from the bright red blood which stained both of hers. I peered back over my shoulder in the direction of the platform as I continued to run, but the figures of those three men who had been waiting for me at the station were nowhere to be found. Well, that was interesting. I needed a new blade.
Is this the way to the city's airport?
It is, though I doubt we'll have any reason to go there.
true. Okay. Excuse me, could we talk to you for a minute? Oh, those uniforms might those uniforms be from Thors Military Academy? I assume you must be the students Lord Rufus mentioned then. What's this all about? Lord Rufus asked me to give some work to some students who came here along for some manner of field study, you see. Well, the truth, he asked my father first, but he's as busy as ever. So the request was passed on to me, his heir, in other words, me. Oh, that sounds rather interesting, doesn't it? Now, take a guess at what I came up with. Oh, you're such a tease. Might have some time to think about it. So what exactly was your request? Are you to interrupt our conversation? You commoners surely have no currency, do you? It's only natural to wait for those superior to you to finish their conference. Oh my, what's the matter? Lord, you said I had no idea you were here with these commoners. Well, I am. Do you still wish for us to remain quiet while you continue with this nonsense? Of course not. We would never be so crass. I could get used to this. Why couldn't he just stand where I could see him in the first place? Well, what is it you're looking for? The request stated that you both want some kind of bath salt. Well, you see, I'd like to request that you procure some pink salt for us. I see, that's a rather difficult request. Fret not, then. I can change the request if you wish. It won't be necessary. Request is a request. Is it that hard to find? That's not the issue. We need to make our way through the canyon to the east to find it, much like we need to do for that monster. It's closer to Orc Fort than it is to the city, so it won't be an easy journey. Oh, I see. Why are they putting salt on the bath, though? Just so in the bath water warms the body. I don't really care for it, but it seems to have some positive health effects. Sounds like something only nobles could afford to do. Well, either way, we know exactly where we need to go now. Yeah, let's get the request from Artisan Street Sal before making our way over there, though. Show your current with pink salt, then. Well, you forget about our request too, if you wish. No, please don't hurt. So you're saying is anyway now? Indeed, we shouldn't have long to wait. I looks like he's with a customer right now. What should we do? Should we return later? Everybody, you from and I see Lord Eustace with you too. Go up to our store. Had you come regarding the field study request? Yeah, but I'd like to ask that you please refrain from giving us any special treatment on my account. If our timing isn't convenient for you, we're probably able to return at a later hour. No, it's opposite. In fact, we were just discussing you as it happens. All right, Ben. Wait, you were discussing us? What's that mean? Of course, you let me explain. This is Banked, our tourist currently staying here in Verahar. He's the one responsible for requests that brought you here. You see, I'm going to be getting married in the near future, and I came here to inquire about having a wedding ring made. Artisans of Verahar are renowned for far and wide for their skill with gem processing, so it seemed like the ideal choice. So you've made what I presume to be a substantial journey in search of the perfect ring? It is a wonderful romantic thing to do, isn't it? There's no denying the quality of the jewels one can procure here, but they don't come cheap. Exactly right, unfortunately. Buying one of the local gemstones on my income isn't very plausible, and a Septian ring especially is out of the question. I quickly realized how impulsive I'd been and almost given up, but then I consulted with Brooke here on whether or not I had any chance of finding a good deal, and he gave me a really good idea. Oh, that's right, a precious stone might be out of his budget, but there are stones just as beautiful that are a whole lot cheaper. Semi-precious stones, if you will. The name's pretty self-explanatory. I suggested we make a ring for him using one, specifically a gem known as Dryad's Tear. I'm not familiar with that one. I think I may have heard of it, actually. It's made from a very particular tree sap that hardens like stone after being exposed to air for a long time, and has a translucent shine to it that people say is easy equal to the septium. That's the one. I'm surprised you know so much about it. I guess you're an expert on jewels as well. That's our Emma. Aha, it's just a personal interest of mine. So does that mean the reason you called us here is... Exactly, I'd like you to go collect one of these dried tears from my client. Of course, for you, many of the trees that the tears can be harvested from grow on the North Cruising Highway. But even though it only qualifies as a semi-precious gem, it's still a pretty rare gem. To find one might not be an easy task. Well, then I suppose we'll have to buckle down and look. It may not be quite the challenge our dear friends made out to be, you know. Huh? The incense wood nymph tear that you seek. How would you respond if I were to say that I saw one with my own eyes mere moments ago? Who's this guy? You do know him? Can't say I ever recall meeting him before. No. Haha, gracious, how terribly impolite of me to introduce myself before speaking. My name is Baron Bluebonk. It's a true pleasure to make your acquaintance. From painting sculptures in the finest of arts to the most delicately detailed crafts, I am a connoisseur and lover of beauty, craftsmanship, and artistry in all their many splendid forms. See, he seems a little off-putting and eccentric. But that's enough about myself. I hear you're seeking Andreas here. Yes, that's right. You say you saw one moments ago. Are you certain? My dear lady, I would never dream of lying about the matters of beauty. I beheld the light which you seek on the northern highway, of that which I am certain. And yeah, I must confess that my knowledge of the area is not so great that I would be able to share its exact location. Though perhaps that's the way it should be. After all, a brilliant light has true meaning only when one grasps it with his own two hands. You don't say. The guy's manner of speech is entertaining. So is the content of his words. Now let's hear him out. Well, we're certainly appreciative for the information. May I ask why you're telling us this, though? Perhaps it's a spirit of inquisitiveness that drives you to seek a beauty mirror cannot buy. It moves me so, and being the generous man I am, I deign to stand in all brands. Is that sufficient enough reason for you? Sure. Well, we'll know soon enough if he's telling the truth. Yes, we need to begin our search. We can choose to follow his lead, unspecific as it may be, or disregard it entirely. I think our chances are about equal either way. Well, we'll be leaving soon. We'll be leaving now. Hopefully you'll see us back soon enough with the dry tear in now. Good luck, I appreciate it. Good day to you. That is very strange. Who the fuck is this guy? As you see lights in Northern Highway, behold an instant nymph with your own eyes.
Enemy sighted. Let's take them out.
Very well.
Yeah! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
Excellent. A returning monster that has taken up living in the egg of a large bird. Its fangs have deadly poison inside.
Leave it to me. How about this? Now! Go! Here we go! Okay, it's safe for now.
So pretty. I say this is it. All right, let's see if we can remove without causing any damage. You can see right through it. It's radiance. It's truly eco-sifty, and just as rumor said. There's some surgeons will make for an exquisite reading. I can hardly wait to see that expression on Banks' face when we show it to him. Oh, this does mean that the Baron was telling the truth. Yeah. We still have no reason why we wouldn't always wait to tell us. But there's no point in worrying about that now. We got what we came for. Yep, time to go. No, I suppose it's the same thing. This is very strange. I always found this very strange. Like, yeah, we've seen that guy
Here they
before.
come!
My
Be
turn.
careful, everyone!
My turn. Go! Gotcha!
Okay. Analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
Man trap, a plant-like monster that roams highways, draws impurities from the ground below and attacks with them.
Right.
That's no good.
How about this? Go!
Shot.
Go!
Well, that went
How'd
better
you
than
expect it to
expected.
go?
Oh, a lake.
It looks so pretty. Here they come!
Here we
Be
go.
careful, everyone! Yeah! Analyzing the enemy's vitals. I've got it!
Green raccoon, a small, extremely cautious raccoon. The stick he carries around was taken from a poisonous plant.
Very well.
It's my turn.
Damn.
How about this? Go! There!
It's my turn! Yeah! Let's keep going!
Okay. Here.
Now's our chance. My turn. There!
Very well.
Leave it to me.
How about this? Go! Go!
It's my turn! Arcus, activate!
How pathetic.
Bridge, huh?
Star Bridge. Beyond here is out of bounds for our field study.
We can't go off the rear, fortunately.
Bring it on! Go!
Yeah, fine.
There! Go! Gotcha! Right!
Very well.
Yeah!
Go! There!
It's my turn! Yeah! Let's keep going!
Nerd. Uh-huh.
got it.
Go.
Let's take him out.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn. Yeah.
Right. Eat that. Go. Now's our chance. Gotcha.
Well, that went
How'd
better
you
than
expect it to
expected.
go?
You know, the emblem of the cruising province, wasn't it? Are they part of Rean's army? I suspect they're members of a unit stationed in Celtic. They're likely on their way to rendezvous with the main Union bearer. Makes sense. I've never seen those vehicles come with them before, though. Ryan first laid a smile. The light armor transport from the looks of it. The electric firepower of a tank, but make up for it in maneuverability. They must have spent a small fortune on those. You certainly seem to know a lot about them, Fee. I suppose so. Regardless, we have no reason to linger here. We should return to Bearheart ourselves. Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're back. Something wrong? Well, could you give us some time? Yeah, sure. Thank you. What's taking so long? If you have what I asked for, hurry and give it to me. Yes, of course, at once. Well, what's going on? Count Gory, honestly, we don't have all day. This is why you commoners never get anywhere in life. Here it is, my liege. The drive here was printed to count. This is what it looks like. I confirm that it's a general drive here. I imagine it will be a bit hard as it is nothing more than petrified sap. You should be able to consume without worry. Consume. We had to have heard that wrong. I'm alright then. So what are you doing? Lord Water. Here, my lord. How did this come about? What the hell do you think you... You there, Calmer. You might want to watch your tone when dressing someone in a higher rank than yourself. Damn, this isn't good. I should be generous to let it pass for once. But you would do well to mind your manners in the future. If you were to truly anger me, your life would be cut short, very short indeed. I think you're the one who ought to mind his manners. The Lord Eustace, what are you doing in a place like this? That does not concern you. I went to great pains to find the right here for that man bear, and I'm interested in hearing what exactly made you feel you had the right to consume it. But Lord Eustace, I legally purchased that stone from him. I have done nothing improper here. Is what that man says true? Yes, it is. He agreed that he would give me a sum of mirror in exchange for the tear. See, that stone was my property, which meant I could do whatever I wish. Okay, but why would you eat it? Well, the dry tear is used in Eastern herbal medicine, as it is said to possess a number of useful properties. Herbal medicine, a popular variety of alternative medicine practiced in Eastern lands. What useful properties? Nutritional, supplemental, mostly. But there are those who believe it can also prevent the effects of aging. Utterly ludicrous. Be that as it may, it is my prerogative, and now the deed is done, I have no reason to remain here any longer. Or you says if you were permitted, fine, please leave. I am deeply grateful. If you will excuse us then, beg your pardon. Kirby wasn't seen ineffective at controlling your temper as ever, I see. And some things never change. No, actually, I want to apologize. I'm sorry for making you watch that without a word of exclamation beforehand. Actually, after all the trouble you went to get it from me. So is it true? Did the Count purchase from you? Yes, that was completely true. Everything was on the level. But honestly, considering he's a noble in the Count, at that I couldn't possibly have refused. The situation may have changed for the better in Heimdall overall, but difference to those of higher stature is still the reality in areas where their chance of influence doesn't reach. I thought it might be something like that. As for the ring I'm going to use, mirror the Count gave me as deposit by one locally. I'm really sorry for putting you through all this. I'll need to start making my way to the train station now. I don't want to miss my train. Goodbye, everyone. I was observing, curious as to what manner of compelling drama might unfold, but alas, all I witnessed was that farce. How long has he been there? I heard from the gentleman, I think he's up to some, I've seen him a couple times, haven't we? Before, he's talking about Sarah. I heard from a fine gentleman who works at this establishment that you're students here for a field study. No, I hope you'll forgive me for saying so, but I believe it is these setbacks in life which make one truly beautiful to be alive. That comedy of errors may have been tough to endure, but your resulting struggle against injustice was simply breathtaking. Excuse me? However, alas, I must bid adieu, for my search can never rest ere the ultimate beauty is unearthed. I do pray we'll have the opportunity to meet again until such time. Fairly well, students. What was that all about? I think he was just about trying to tell us not to let it get to us, maybe. We still don't know why he helped us to begin with. What becomes of this request now? The question is that there's no stone left to make the ring. Does that mean we failed? No, you did exactly what we asked of you. It's unfortunate that things ended it how they did, but that was through no fault of yours. Please accept your reward. I understand how you feel, but you did exactly what you were asked. You deserve nothing less than a reward your promise. I must insist. Alright, thank you. This was a very strange quest. Why am I what? Huh? No, I'm just recording for my game, that's it. I'm not sure if they can hear me right now, but, they can hear me, yeah. We found across the border in the Orc Canyon. On the other side of it is the Orcs Fort, or the Provincial Army Station, which means the monster we're after is somewhere along this path. The most logical approach here would be to take care of the monster first, then continue following the path to the fort. If that's the case, we should probably take some time to finish all the other tasks first, otherwise they may be left undone. Well, I know I'm anxious, so as everybody else is ready, we should head out. Okay.
That bridge above us looks like it dates back to the Middle Ages.
It is. It's been there for several hundred years.
Enemy sighted! My turn! There! Now's a chance! Gotcha!
Very well.
I'll help. Okay. Analyzing the enemy's vitals. I've got it.
Stealth turtle, a ferocious turtle hides itself in the shallows of bushes, attacking prey.
It's my turn!
Yeah.
Go! Gotcha! Go!
Leave it to me. That. All right, let's keep moving.
Enemy sighted! Here
Let's
we go!
take them out.
There!
It's my turn. Analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
Anteater. An infant horn eater. When it becomes older, it grows horns and a hard carpet over its back.
I'll
So
handle
we're
this.
lucky now.
How pathetic.
We have the
Here we go.
advantage.
There.
Very well.
Yeah.
Leave it to me.
How about this? Go. Ha! That's that. Let's keep moving. I did. Ha! 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 Ha!
Alright guys, got our first one here, Brunson 3 opposites again, and see you later. Peace, bye.